Alrighty.
So, I guess, welcome to another episode of
RyCanTopMyKnee.
รายการต่อไปนี้
I am Kevin,
And I'm Jonathan.
and we are a voice of podcast that talks about our favorite shows and all the press and mess around them, and sometimes not the great ones. But today,
But today,
we do have a great amongst our midst. They are not only someone who is an expert in many things BL, more than us. Like, I think it would take 4 of us to do one of them.
an actual expert.
An actual expert, right?
PhD.
A PhD, literally. And we're happy to introduce you all to our new friend, Dr. Langa. Did I say your name right?
Yeah, that's right.
Woo.
Yes. So, first, please, doctor, since you are in the house, can you resuscitate us and tell us about yourself? And I guess one of the main questions that came up, of course, on TikTok was, how are you an expert on things related to queer media and specifically related to queer media in China?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Liang. So, I'm now a lecturer in digital sociology at University College London. And my research interests and expertise includes the digital media and culture technologies, and in particularly the East and South Asian popular cultures and creative industries, with a particular focus on gender and sexuality. And my previous projects are more about the queer media and queer popular culture in China, or broadly the Sinophone world, including mainland China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Chinese-speaking worlds, including Chinese diaspora as well. And I should say, like, related to this podcast, is that my doctoral project is wholeheartedly about Dhamma culture across world and its creators and fans. This is quite unique because for my doctoral project, I have interviewed some of those very famous Dhamma writers in China. And
Ooh.
yeah, because of my personal links. I should talk that a bit. This is also why I want to start my PhD degrees to explore more about the Dhamma culture, its ever-expanding Dhamma cultural industries, which covers more than just fiction, more than just TV series and web dramas. Also include, I don't know if you have watched or listened to them, include manga, comics, animation, and audio drama. This is a new version of the Dhamma culture, and it's quite trendy in China, South Korea, and South Asia as well. And also music, cosplay, and video games as well. So it has already formed a transmedia cultural ecology for the Dhamma culture. But the very start of my journey and encounter of the Dhamma is that I started reading the Dhamma novels, Dhamma fiction, when I was in my primary school. So that's it to say that.
Oh,
so
so
when
really
you were
early.
you were a young whippersnapper at the time, a young whippersnapper.
Very young
Yes,
whippersnapper.
very young.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was about when I was 11 or 12 years old. I
Ooh,
started
ooh,
to
that was a
read those
pre-whippersnapper.
very erotic and sometimes
Oh,
pornographic novels of the Dhamma culture.
oh,
Hey, as we all do,
oh,
it's
you
that
did-
time.
I
You're of that
mean,
age.
me, I was very pure.
No, you were not. You were not pure. We were all looking up a little spicy. Two
Yeah, we
men
saw a
kissing.
little. Yeah,
We're
my
Googling
spicy
too
stuff
much.
was in Goosebumps.
There's gay stuff in Goosebumps? Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, it's getting spooky in here.
Yes,
No.
spooky and goopy.
Oh my.
Please continue,
Like-
doctor.
Yeah, just to continue. And after I've been a reader for the Dhamma novel for about 4 or 5 years, I started writing Dhamma fiction as well after I graduated from my high school. So that's why
Oh,
I can
wow.
have personal connection with those very famous Dhamma writers as well. So that's the start of my research journey, and across the last 6 or 7 years, I have dedicated myself to research, observe the overall anime fandom and the anime cultural ecology, which encompassing from novels to the web dramas, which is more popular now across the world. And then now my focus also moves to the quite new media form, including the audio drama as well. So that's basically about myself.
Why, thank you.
Thank
Like,
you.
how many danmei have you written so far?
Um, I shall keep my pen name secret, but
Hey,
Yes,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
keep your pen name secret,
For
and then you
safety
can
too,
tell us
yeah.
later, you know, when we're not recording,
So we can read some.
so
We
we
can
can
read
read.
some.
Yes.
I've written about 20 anime novels,
Oh,
and I think
20.
6 of them have been published in printed copies in both simplified
Oh,
and
Whoa.
traditional Chinese versions.
oh,
Oh,
okay. Well,
congratulations.
congrats to you.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
like I said, you can tell us the T later on your screen name, on
Yeah.
your pen name. Well, you know, we love a good tea.
We love a good
So, and
read.
we love a good read
I mean,
and a
a
good
spicy,
read
a good
and a good
spicy.
read.
Okay.
So,
Oh my.
um, so we want to do is before we get into some of the questions and really talking about queer media in China, before we get into that, we want to play a little game, and it's called "Have You Seen It?" I know it's very simple, and really we just want to know if you have seen any of these. Chinese BL might be more of a bromance, but we're gonna call them for BL's sake
Yeah, yeah,
today.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So like I said, we have a list. Tell us if you like, if you watched it or not. And if you have seen it, give it a rating out of 10. And if you're able, tell us what the name of the show is in Chinese because we only know the name of it in English.
True. And sometimes it's
Okay.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes the meaning is
Mm.
very different. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Da da da. I'll start. Addicted, aka Addicted Heroin.
So it's the addicted. I think the Mandarin is called 上瘾, and it was in 2016, right?
Yes.
First
Mm-hmm.
aired in 2016, and I should say, it was the first blockbuster of the anime web drama in China and
Yeah.
beyond China. I really love it. I think I would say it's 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
It was really good. I
Okay,
loved
yeah,
it.
that was a good one. I mean, there were certain things that we have
There's some
spoken
problematic
some
things about
problematic things, but we have talked
Yeah, yeah.
about how we believe this particular story is almost cursed for live action because every adaptation of it has not been completed
Yeah.
fully to the end of the
Sadly.
story,
Sadly.
sadly.
Mm.
So maybe the Thai one might be the one, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Um, next is Stay With Me.
Stay with me. I think I happen to read this English name, but I cannot link it with the Chinese one. Let, let me
Yeah, it was the
Google
most
it.
recent. It was
It
the
was
most recent like bromance version of Addicted.
right.
Oh, I
Like
see. It's
recently
the
remade. Yeah.
newer version of the Addicted.
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
the same story. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it came out in 2023.
Yeah, yeah, 2 years ago. And the Chinese name, I think, is called 哥哥你别跑, which literally means don't run, my brother.
Yes, yes,
Step brothers, step brothers, not real
yeah,
brothers.
yes. Thank goodness. What do you rate it?
I think it's 7 compared to the older version. I prefer
Oh,
the
you like the
Really?
older
original
version.
more?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we
yeah.
like
Oh,
this one more than the older
I
one.
think I like Stay With
Oh,
Me
really?
more. It
Yeah,
was really good.
yes.
Yeah, it's
Meet.
because of my personal bias, because I love the
Hmm.
two leading
Mhm.
actors of the older version. Because I
I
think they are
A
mean,
lot
more.
of
I
people
do
do.
too. Yes,
Oh.
yes. Yeah,
Well,
they
they
are.
looked. Yeah, they were more grown. They were like
Yeah,
bigger men. Stay With Me had like
they were twinks.
they were twinks.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
twinks.
yeah.
But they fit
So,
the role better. They were high schoolers. You
right,
know?
right.
Yeah.
Mm.
The next one is Meet You at the Blossom.
What's the one?
Meet You at the Blossom.
It came out last
It came
year.
out last year, early 2024.
Me too. I don't know this
It
It
was
was
like
like
a
English
a
name.
period.
period.
Yeah, it was
Period
yeah,
drama.
period drama. Meet you at the Blossom.
Like a
Meet
wuxia.
you at the Blossom, and it was like a wuxia.
Oh, Meet You and Blossom. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
This one.
Have you seen it?
Oh. Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
see
you.
the poster. Yeah, yeah, I see the poster and I watch it on, the domestic version of TikTok, the Douyin. So I watch it on
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
there. Yeah, the Mandarin name is called 花开有时，颓靡无声, which is
mm.
means sometimes the flower will blossom, but in a peaceful and silent way. Something like that.
Oh,
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
really long
long
name. Really
name.
long name.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
you rate the show? What would you rate it?
I would say 6 out of 10.
Oh, I mean, it was.
I will say
We
the
felt
first
like,
5 episodes were kind of
yeah,
like, this is a little silly,
hmm
but it got really good after that. So
yeah.
I could see why you would give it a 6. I think we gave it a 7.
We liked it
Yeah,
because
we ended
it
up
was
really
just short.
liking
It
it.
was 12 episodes compared to like the 40 episodes that we get
Right,
in like other things.
right.
Um,
Next is Trapped in Osaka. This one was a web series. It was a very
Oh,
short
I
web
see.
series.
Earlier this year, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. It's too short to learn about
Yeah.
the whole plots. So I would say
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, but the
Oh,
two actors are very good looking.
that's true. They are very good looking, but it was really short. I liked what it was, but I do wish there was a little bit more time for character development so that we could really understand how the characters interacted with each other.
yeah, it was a short like web series, right? It was
Yeah, 4 episodes, literally 4. Desire,
ABO Desire.
ABO Desire.
Currently airing.
And it's currently
Oh,
airing.
yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Oh! Oh, are you not? Or do you not subscribe to the whole
Well,
Alpha
you mean
Omega verse?
I like ABO stories, the Omega list,
Hmm.
but the main problem for me is that the Enigma actor does not make sense to me because I don't think he's an Enigma because he's more like a very, I would say, like more like an Omega, and
Mm.
his
Mm.
performance is not that convincing enough to convince me that he can be
That
an
Like
he's
he's just
like,
like,
Omega. Yeah, yeah, and Enigma at the same time. So yeah, it does not make sense to me.
See?
well, the show's still going on. We still
Yeah,
have
it's
more
still going
time to
on.
see.
I only got
Yeah.
up to episode 2, in all honesty. Jonathan is caught up,
Yeah, I'm
but
caught
I'm
up.
not. So
I really, yeah, the show
yeah.
is, it's interesting. I've never seen something so like actual Omegaverse on screen. Like we have Pit Babe in Thailand, but
Yeah, but
they
Pit
didn't
Babe,
really
they didn't
go.
go into the Omega
They didn't go into like all this like deep pheromone stuff and
Right.
like,
Mm,
in heat and
Right.
people in ruts and
Right. Yeah. I mean, Pit Babe had heat, but different kind of heat.
but not this kind of
Not
heat.
this kind of heat.
Desire has some heat.
Yeah.
And this guy is he's very pretty and he's very like yeah, I don't know. I don't know what a typical Enigma is supposed to look like. So he's like undercover. He's like a bad bitch.
He's
You know?
something.
He's
yeah, I like the Alpha more. The Alpha's actor is more like attractive for me. Yeah, and I also
Mm.
watched several of their live streaming events on Chinese TikTok
Mm.
as well. And the two couples just sit together and do some very interesting activities together. So it's more sweet than the recent ones. Because
Mm,
the Revenge Love, the two leading actors will not show together on the Chinese TV shows or any
right.
right.
social media. They are not
I
allowed to do
know.
so. Yeah.
And we will get
we'll
more
talk
into
about more of
that
that
in a little
later.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one is Secrets Happened on the Lychee Island.
Oh, this is
And this was
also a
also a
very
web
recent
series.
one. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the Mandarin name is called something like the 荔枝树下热烈岛, like beneath the lychee tree and on a very lovely and lively island, something like that. Just like the English translations. I quite like that
Okay.
one. I would rate it 8 or 8.5 out of 10 as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's
I
good.
still
I still haven't finished it.
I still haven't seen
I-
it, but it's on my list to
I
see.
haven't finished it mainly because the subtitles are embedded so it's available on YouTube here in the US, and the subtitles are embedded into the video. They didn't put subtitles on it, and the subtitles are very small. So even on my big ass TV, I'm still squinting to read it with my glasses on and
I see.
everything. So that's part of the reason why. Other than that, it's not bad. The Untamed.
Oh, that's my favorite. I was saying,
Yes,
That's Jonathan's
me
too.
too.
Oh,
That
look
is
at
a
that.
9 out of 10. That is a 10 out of 10 actually. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so you and Jonathan can go on about
Kevin
that.
still
I have
hasn't
not
seen
seen a
it.
single episode.
I told
Not
Kevin
saying
to
I would
watch
not
it.
watch it, but it's also 50 episodes. Jonathan
It's
has
so
watched
good.
it twice.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
Which that's a little
And
wild.
because you can just put it on. It's so good. I've read the books like
Yeah.
once over, and I've seen the show twice, and I've seen
Yeah.
the animation once.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I have
the
not
animation
seen
is also very
anything.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so good. You have to see it.
Well, when we don't have 15 shows on our roster, then I probably will. Because we
Yeah,
have
okay,
so
okay.
many shows we're watching. So many. Killer and Healer. I feel as if you've seen
Healer?
this.
I'm
I'm
currently
currently
watching
watching it.
Yeah.
Killer and Healer.
Yes,
Yeah.
Killer and Healer.
It's a
It's
bromance.
a bromance.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Of course,
people
I
say
don't
it's a
think the
BL.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 1920s like drugs and like police
Oh,
clashing and
yeah. Wow, I was like quite surprised you have watched this one because it's less famous one and it was like several years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
it was set in a quite different time period in China, and it's
Yeah.
quite in the
Mhm.
early 20th centuries. And the Mandarin name is called, I think it's 恨君不似江楼月. This is quite ancient style name, but poetic name, poetic Chinese name, which means like, I regret you are not like the moon when we were together. Quite poetic sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
And what do you rate it?
Like 7 out of 10. It's
Okay.
just
Okay.
normal for me.
It's
Yeah.
just okay.
Oh, okay.
It's just okay. It's just okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So next is the Spy Realm.
What's the one?
Spy Realm. The
Yeah,
Spy
the
Realm.
Spy Realm. It came out I think like 2 years ago, and then they put it up on iQIYI, and then it got quickly taken down, and there was a lot of controversy about this show.
Right.
People like fans
Oh.
had to like find it on like Google Drive links online
Oh,
to
okay,
watch the
I
whole
see.
Did
thing.
you ever finish it?
It was like fan subs. Yeah, I watched the whole thing on like fan subs.
And you said it was really good.
It was really good. It's like a
Yeah,
horror
and I never
thriller.
finished it because I was going to start it, and then it was gone.
And then it was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think each episode is around 20 to 30 minutes. For that one.
Yeah, it's really short. There's like
Yeah.
80 episodes, but it's split up into like 20-minute segments.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
right. Yeah, and I can't really remember the name, but one very interesting thing is that because it was like being banned after several hours, it had been released. So the leading actor, Xia Zhiguang, was now called the Prince of the online web disk because his drama can only be accessed via those things like Google Drive or Baidu disk.
Mhm.
That's a very
The
interesting
Prince
thing.
of Online Drama Web Disc.
Yeah.
That's a name to have. You know what?
He's that dude. He's
Maybe
that
I
dude.
can be the king.
Yeah.
You have to watch the show. It's so good.
Yeah,
I do.
It's very good. I think it's all a very high quality fan-made drama as well. Yeah. I think I will rate like 8.5. Yeah, as well.
Okay.
It's really
Okay.
good. Like I was crying in that show. I was laughing. It was so
Yeah, I
good.
remember he would text me and say, "This show has me tearing up."
It's so good. Like it, and I was watching literally through fan subs. So like half of it would be like not translated, and I would use my phone. I would pause and like Google Translate the screen to know what they were saying, because like Steven wasn't watching it with me. So
Oh yeah.
either that or I had to tell Steven to like help
Steven is
translate.
his partner who speaks Mandarin
Oh,
Canto.
yeah.
So. Mhm.
Yeah. Because it was adapted from a very famous anime novel called 死亡万花筒, and it's just like as famous as the original novel of The Untamed, 魔道祖师.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it should be very popular, but because of the destiny of the time, so it only lasted for several hours. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
supposed to be put back up, and it kind of never was.
Yeah, and I don't think it ever will be, unfortunately. So, last but not least, the CEO and his man.
The CEO and his man.
I don't even
Yes.
know this one. What is this?
I know about it. I just never watched it. But
Let me
I wanted to
see.
see if you watched it.
Oh, no, I have not watched it.
Oh, so this one, you're stumped.
It's dumb.
You're
I mean,
9
this
out of 10 on this list. You've
this
watched
name
almost.
sounds like a KBL
It does. And I think there is a KBL probably called that. But I
with
wouldn't
the
be
same name.
surprised
Yeah,
because sometimes we see where
there's like an
Korean BLs
overlap.
are like adapted from either like Dunmay or from, it does happen every now and then. So,
Okay. So it was the
yes.
one like came in 2015. Is that one?
I think so, yes.
Mm.
So this one is a throwback.
Okay. It's very early one.
Yes. So this was before before Addicted. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yes. Well, that is all that was on this list. So we have more to do. And you watched 9 out of 10 of these. So, and I think for each of us, we have not seen all 9 of them.
You haven't seen all 9, but
Yeah, all of the
I've
9
seen
that
more
you
than
see.
you have. Come
You
on,
have seen
Kevin.
more than me
Step up your
when it comes to this.
step up your game, right?
Well, when we go to Thai ones, you already know how many of those I watch.
True.
Yeah, because they make too many. And in fact, they might need to stop. So they need to take a break.
Okay.
So, with that said, we now are going to talk about a little bit on getting a little bit more serious about queer media in China. And I think the first way that we're going to open this up is aside from BL, what kind of queer media is created in China? How is it regulated? And can you go over the kinds of queer media that has existed and currently exist in China? So this is a loaded question. I'm pretty sure you are going to give us a very in-depth answer.
Okay. Well, to address the first question, apart from BL, well, it should be very clear that apart from BL web drama, video games, animation, manga, novel, this kind of BL transmedia content, there do exist other forms of queer media in China. So first,
Mhm.
I would say that GL, the Girls Love media content, is also available in
Mm.
China. Very recently, we have some Girls Love web dramas and Girls Love
Mm.
comics and animations produced and
Mm.
consumed across Chinese language speaking world as well. And other media forms are also existing but not available to the public. It's about a queer documentary. So it's always remained
Mm.
in a semi-underground and semi-public thing because some of them are too sensitive and too realistic, which is documenting
Mm.
the bittersweet life of queer people in China, including transgender, gay men, and lesbians and other queer people with quite diverse sexual orientations. So documentaries still exist, but it has been marginalized and been hidden by the censorship and
Mm.
by heteronormative cultures in China as well. And other kind of thing I would say is quite recent and quite trendy. I don't know if you have heard about that kind of form. It's called short drama or short TV.
Yes. Yes. And I
Mm.
actually watched the short documentary on that because there's a wave of it happening even in the English speaking world now.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
like what's that channel? It's like real
Real something. And I think
shorts.
Real Shorts. And I think it's actually a subsidiary of a Chinese company. Yeah.
Ah,
But there's now,
it's hitting
yeah.
my TikTok feed. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the app available in North America is called Playlet, some mobile app.
There's that one as well. There's a
Mm.
few of them that have come up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and in recent years, we also have like short drama features two male leading actors, and it's more than romance and more like intimate and more like explicit male romances that can be featured in the short drama that is available on TikTok, the domestic version of TikTok. and
Oh.
other social media platforms as well. So that's one
You said
thing.
it's
And
explicit?
It's
it's
not
not
explicit.
explicit.
I thought I heard
Yeah,
explicit. Did you say explicit?
explicit.
Oh,
On
see, I was right. They
TikTok.
did
On
say it on
TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok.
more or
How
less
explicit are we
explicit.
talking?
Yeah, like the long time kissing can be
Oh, I see.
depicted. Yeah. TikTok's
Okay.
short drama version.
And it's not like the fish kiss where they're just, or just holding, like pressing each other's lips. Are we
or
talking
the or
about
the camera angle
the camera
kiss.
angle kiss? We're talking about like tongue and sloppy, saliva kind of kiss.
It's not that direct, but it's like face to face,
It's
and
still got to be
from both the
classy.
camera angle and those some like more aesthetic way to depict
I
that kind
see.
of
I
romance.
see.
Yeah, it's already
Okay.
radical compared to like the Untamed Guardian or Word of
Yeah.
Yes.
Honor, those kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
genre.
Word of Honor. I
Yeah.
love Word of Honor. Have you seen Word of
Yeah,
Honor?
yeah, I love that
Yes.
as well.
Another show that cried my eyes out. Oh my god.
Yes.
Cried my
That
eyes
you
out.
also told me about, and you said you need to watch this because it's making me cry. And
It's so good.
and
It's
I
so
was
good.
like, I will. Like, my watch
I think
list is
that one
long.
was like 30 episodes because I think they lost some money for production
Mm.
at the end, towards the end, right? Yeah.
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 Oh, that's unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah, and apart from the above mentioned media forms, there's also a big community, the fan fiction community, which are writing both the
Mm-hmm.
male-male fan fiction, female-female fan fiction, and also like fan fiction involving like multiple kinds of sexual orientations. It can be really radical as well, because I've read one fan fiction which is features like the male actor was set as transgender, but with both sex organs, like which is more like
Oh.
intersex somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
the hero identifies as a transgender person, and it also features quite
Mm.
bittersweet and very twisted plot. It's very like very sophisticated fan fiction I've ever written and I've ever read, and it's very fantastic one. So fan fiction is another very big community featuring the queer media as well. And
Mm-hmm.
for like short films, it used
Mm-hmm.
to be a quite trendy one before the current Chinese presidents embarking at the leading and the big power. So it was
Mm.
around like 2010 to like 2015, around that time. The short film
Mm-hmm.
features queer media. It's quite trendy on those like streaming platforms.
Mm.
And the films, the queer film features gay, lesbian, or queer life produced in Chinese language used to be a big thing, but it was back to the 1990s and the early 2000s. So one film
Mm.
I really recommend is called Lan Yu. I don't know if you've heard about that. It's directed by a Hong Kong director, Stanley Kwan, and it was
Oh, wait. Was this Does this come out in 1992, 1993, sometime around then? Was it
it came
early
out
90s?
in 2001.
Oh, okay, so I'm thinking of another one called Farewell My Concubine,
Oh, that's
which
another one.
that go
Yeah, that's
yeah, that goes way back, which I've seen
yeah,
that
that's a
twice.
much earlier one. Farewell, My
Yeah.
Concubine. It's also a
Mm-hmm.
very good
Yeah.
one. And also
Yes.
East Palace, West Palace. This is also a very good film. Features the quite bitter life for
Mm-hmm.
a gay man living in Beijing. And what is quite unique
Mm.
about the Lan Yu I mentioned before is that it was adapted from a we can call a demi novel or a gay novel. It is between the
Mm.
boundaries. That was serialized online in
Mm.
1999. So
Mm-hmm.
it can be considered as one of those earliest novels of the demi culture back to last
Okay.
century. So that's why it's quite unique. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll give it a watch.
We'll give
Yeah.
that a watch. There seems to be a lot of very interesting kind of like, it seems as if, and this is for our audience, Chinese queer media, which with any culture goes back centuries, goes back for a while, right?
Yeah.
What is the earliest form of queer media in China? Like maybe a ballpark estimate, because
Because
I
we know
mean,
queers
China
existed for
has like a
forever.
4,000 year history,
Hmm.
so.
Well, if like we say like any kind of queer media, it can be traced back to like over 2000 years ago, because we have
Hmm.
some very ancient books that has documented those affairs, that is like non-normative affairs in pre-modern China. So it was in the warrior time, was back to like more than 2000 years ago. It features the male love story between a male emperor and one who is also his officials. So that kind of stories has appeared more than once. So like different time periods, it has similar stories, and the book
Hmm.
documented those different stories as well.
Mm. Like the origin of like the cut sleeve,
Yeah, the
Mm.
cut
right?
sleeves is
Yeah.
was the old name for the queer people, the queer men in ancient China. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do people use it as a slur now? Or is it kind of like a gay slur,
Or is it
or is it
just
just like
something
a
just
callback?
outdated, or it's just an
Yeah.
outdated term and that no one
No,
really uses anymore?
it was never used by the young gay people or queer people in China now. It was just referred as very Asian name to refer to queer men in Asian China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do have some questions.
Hmm.
And, as people who are not Chinese and we are not from China, like I said, I visited China. Jonathan is eventually going to go at some time. I
Planning
might
to
actually go
go.
again this year, so for the second time in life, because I'm a huge fan of Chengdu, the food and other things.
Oh,
But
I'm from Chengdu, my hometown.
really?
Oh,
So that means you enjoy spicy food, which is great. So
and
you and I
spicy
would.
men, spicy men.
But yeah, so that means you and I would get along very well because
Hmm.
I like that numbing pepper from that part of China, and
Oh,
I need. And my family's Nigerian, so my food has to be spicy. So it has
oh,
to
I
be.
see.
So we'll definitely get along very, very well. So, so we have some questions that have come from our listeners, and they put this up on TikTok. I had this pulled up, and then I did not. Then I threw it away.
I have it here for
But
you.
you do. Okay, great. So, lady underscore Olympia had asked, fans tend to focus on the fact that the BL series is either banned or censored. But what was the real time effect on the LGBTQ community in China? I believe it created erasure in media, therefore, progress for the community halted. Do you think that is necessarily true when it comes to shows or any kind of BL that has been banned or censored or stripped from mainland China media?
Hmm.
Um, do you feel it? I think the question they're trying to get to,
Yeah, did it
what
have a real time effect on
does it
the
have a real time
on
effect
actual
on
queer
queer
community?
folk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my answer is yes and no. Because
Mm-hmm.
the ban of the anime adapted web dramas in 2021, after the big boom of the World of Honor in the spring of 21 and in the autumn time of 2021, the Chinese government suddenly banned all anime web dramas that can be produced and released in mainland China. And it has reflected the something related to the temper and the
Mm-hmm.
sensibilities of the Chinese government. They do not want those kinds of non-normative media or queer media to enter into the mainstream culture. Because
Mm-hmm.
during 2021, there are more than five like newspapers and media outlets supported and operated by the Chinese government that has
Okay.
like releasing the feature reports to say about the Danic culture. So one
Okay.
primary like criticism is that the Danic culture is like twisted or like wronged the aesthetics of the underaged, of the youth, it will lead those youth to be less willing to be pregnant, to breed the younger generations, and lead them to have the wrong idea about sexual orientations, which is unhealthy. So they use very, very problematic descriptions to say about the dynamic culture and their participants. Because after all, the primary consumers of the dynamic culture are female at birth assignment, whatever their sexual orientations. And they do
Right.
not necessarily will like be less willing to have children after they have watched the BL drama. It's not a like a direct reason for them, which does not make
Yeah.
really sense. Yeah. And it do reflect the Chinese government's feelings or attitudes towards the queer media, including the LGBTQIA people in mainland China as well. Because after that time, the censorship against both demi culture, against content produced on social media platform related to LGBTQIA+ are all like more tightened and more serious and severe than before after 2021. So they are tightly closed. Although we all know that demi culture is not really about gay men's life in China or
Right.
elsewhere. And
Because it's a fictional story.
It's a fantasy. It's
Right.
it's
Right.
fantasy, right? Yeah, but they are linked somehow because the
Right.
male romances, the male homoeroticism, they do share. And on the other hand, it's the Chinese censorship or the Chinese party state censorship is not stable. Sometimes it will be loosened and sometimes it gets more hard and more tightened. And this year you will see it gets loosened somehow. Although all those like quite trendy demi dramas are all released outside China. Because for the web drama Revenge Love, it was produced in mainland China. I think it's in Jiangsu, in southeastern part of China, but released outside China. And some similar web dramas all used the same strategy, like produced in China but released on like non-Chinese social media or streaming platforms. But it was because this year the censorship gets somehow loosened. But the thing is that because the revenge love is too popular outside China, the Chinese officials have already spotted this kind of quite phenomenal things. Because there are a lot of other anime adapted web dramas like The Untamed and Word of Honor. And there are many of them have already been produced and are ready to be released. And this spring, many of them have reached the highest official to pass the BL dramas. But after the great chance, great popularity of the Revenge Love, the Chinese official revoked the license to be issued. So that's what I learned from those
Yeah, there was
insiders.
there was like two more that people are like, oh, it's in like perpetual like
Yeah. Yeah.
like hold. I think also they filmed what's that one from the same writer of The Untamed? What's the
Oh yeah,
Heaven's Official Blessing?
Heaven
There's a live
Official's
action for that
Blessings.
too. But that's also like on hold and probably will never see the light of day.
Yeah, at this rate. Yeah, and some people, and we will talk about this when we get into the Revenge Love review because I think it's important. But I want to bring this up before we get to another question.
Oh, yeah,
this is a follow up.
yeah.
But this is somewhat of a follow up. But a fan had a question that's related to something else you said.
Yeah.
But it made me think of something else. Because of the fan culture in China, especially around Revenge Love, do you think because the police involvement, because some of these fans were, they don't know boundaries. Some of them do not understand boundaries. Do you think because of the police involvement that led to really, that was a part at least of the Chinese government really taking a look again at BL?
Well, I think that's one of the reasons. But
Yeah.
the more salient reason is that the Dame fans, the fans of the Dame culture, are so enthusiastic and so passionate. Their
Mm-hmm.
power and their energy are far more stronger than other genres fans, like those happy street
Mm-hmm.
romances or even ghost loves romances. They are more
Mm-hmm.
like passionate and like have more intensified affective attachment to this culture. So
Mm-hmm.
I can use one example. That's about revenge love. So when the first 6 episodes was released outside
Mm-hmm.
China and audiences in mainland China, they will use the VPN to climb over the Great Wall to watch this web drama. And on the
Mm-hmm.
Chinese social media platform, the Weibo platform, there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of trendy topics that has been related to the actors, the revenge love web dramas.
Mm-hmm.
Like among the top 50, at least 10 out of 50 are all about revenge love. It is really, really
Mm-hmm.
unique. And even when the Untamed was aired, it was not like this case. Only maybe like 5 to
Mm-hmm.
8, but this year is about 10 out of 50. So it's really
Mm.
unusual.
Revenge Love really
It
blew
really
up.
blew
It's
up.
really
Yeah.
the power of
The
Revenge
power, the
Love.
power of revenge love. Wow. So it really, really blew up.
Yeah. Yeah, so that brings us, yeah, to a question that we were talking about.
Right.
Again from TikTok at Soft Turf Sitsy Sits. Collaboration and filming with companies outside of mainland China seem to be the way to go. Do you think China will try and stop this from happening? I also worry about the safety of the actors doing this.
Yeah, and it's also how would, if China
Yeah,
would
how
do it, how would they even do it? And I think of some of the shows that we know they filmed outside of China was like Meet You at the
Meet You at the
Blossom. That was filmed,
Blossom.
I think, primarily in Thailand via in partnership with the Thai production company, which is why
Yeah, it
one
was
of the
like
actors
Thailand
was
and
Thai.
Taiwan like doing like
You're right.
it was like a
Because the
lot of jumping through
director
hoops.
is Taiwanese, who I have issues with her for other things, because she's the one who likes to do Close to You, History for
Oh,
Close to You. Yeah,
oh,
so that's why I have issues with her. Um, but that was produced, that was directed by her,
oh.
and it was in partnership with the Thai company. But all the actors were Chinese, with the exception of one that was Thai. So anyway, back to that question. Do you see more of this happening where they partner with either a Thai or Taiwanese or whatever
to, to
to
try to like
produce?
jump through hoops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I actually, in my forthcoming book about Dame culture, I do see that will be one of the major trends for the Chinese BL drama. So one key
Mm-hmm.
strategy, the Chinese companies who have already bought the adaptation rights of those Dame novels, they have
Mm-hmm.
to figure out how they can not lose their money, how they can make more money by successfully adapt this novel to a web drama. So collaborations with companies in Thailand or in Taiwan is one of the key strategy. And
Mm-hmm.
another strategy is like the Revenge Love, like produce and shoot it in mainland China, but released outside China. That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Hmm.
third one, which is quite different, it's like, last year we have also a web drama that features two male leading actors. I don't know the English name, but the Chinese name is called Gui Zhao. And it features two male leading actors, two male leading protagonists, and also available in mainland China, but it's more censored version. So it's more like brotherhood rather than bromance. So as a
Mm.
more implicit version of the boys' love, that can be another future for the Chinese boys' love drama. But like we have a serial number to label the Chinese Danmei dramas. So we would say the Guardian is the Danmei 1.0, and the Untamed is
Mm-hmm.
2.0, Word of Honor 3.0, and the one the shorter ones, the 20 minutes 13 minutes one with 50 episode or 80 episode. That one is for 4.0, only available on the Google Drive. That one. And
Right.
the 5.0 is about the one I mentioned with more brotherhood, because it
Mm-hmm.
features like two brothers, but they are not like the elder brother is adopted and the younger brother,
Mm-hmm.
so they're like quite intimate relationships in the
Mm.
in the rural area in China, because it
Mm-hmm.
also somehow aligns with the Chinese Communist Party strategy, because they want to
Mm.
develop the rural areas of China. So it features and aligns themselves with that kind of strategy, to say it's a reflection of the revival of the Chinese rural areas in this web drama. So that's a
Mm.
strategy
I
used by
see.
that web drama. And this year, the Revenge Love is
Mm.
labeled as Danmei 6.0. So that's six very
Ooh.
phenomenal Danmei dramas produced by Chinese companies. Yeah.
Wow.
Ah, that's a good way to label it.
That's
Yeah.
a good way to label it.
I still haven't seen Guardian. I watched like the first episode of Guardian, and then I was a little confused what was happening. But I do want to get through it one day.
um,
um, let's
we
see. What are some other
there
questions?
was another question.
Let me talk
Oh,
about this. So
yeah.
Akia Kia from TikTok said, "Why are they dubbing? Why do they always dub the Chinese dramas?"
Sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, why do they dub Chinese shows? Like because
Um,
you could tell they're speaking in Mandarin, but they're
but
dubbed
their
in
voice is dubbed.
Mandarin with the different, with the
Like yeah,
voiceover.
like
Yeah.
Revenge Love. We know Wu Wei's character like is voiced by himself, but everyone else is kind of
Yeah, it's voiced by someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a quite bad tradition in the Chinese TV dramas production, because even for those very famous actors in China, their voices, they are not using their original voices. They will invite dub actors to dubbing their voices, because their performance skill is not that good, in particular about how they
oh.
gonna perform the character using their voices. So that has been already been a tradition for over a decade now. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
but there's not. I was gonna say, is there? And you're probably gonna answer this, but is there a reason for why they do it? Like, why is that? Why has that become a more of a
Why is
tradition
that?
to
Yeah,
do?
why is that the standard now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, I can use the example of the Revenge Love. Have you ever hear the original voice of the actor
For Chichong.
Bo Chi-chung? Yeah, yeah.
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 I know his voice isn't as deep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not attractive at all. Because
Oh.
I
I think
know
it's still
it's not attractive at all for me, because
Oh
I know the
no.
dubbing actor to dub the Chi Chung's role, and his voice
Oh, is
is
he a
really
popular?
charming. He's very popular,
Mm.
and he's somehow known for his very erotic and quite charming and attractive voices when he dubbed the video games and dubbing the audio dramas, anime audio dramas. So I
Erotic.
know him
I
for
I'm
see.
still on
years.
erotic.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so you've heard that voice for years.
I'm
yeah. I
still on
really like that.
erotic. I mean, that's not. You know what? There's certain voices that we have to be careful on when we hear them
Oh my god. Oh
because
my.
if let's just say if I hear that voice and I'm like I'm in bed or whatever and that voice comes
If
from
it's
that
2
person and they're
a.m.
like 2 a.m. and they're like, hey baby,
Not the hey baby. And you hear, hey, wait.
that's dangerous. That is very dangerous. Like we got to be careful with those
Oh
kind of
no.
voices.
I see. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
about
but
like
it makes sense,
bringing the essence of the character.
right? The whole picture,
If the actor can fully portray that.
right?
I see. I see.
We do have another. We have one more question, and then we are going to, I mean, I have a question.
Yeah, we have our own questions.
Yeah, we have
but-
our own questions. I guess you kind of answered this a little bit, but I guess I'm going to ask it again. Actually, I'm going to go to something else though.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, this one I'm going to take from TikTok. This is from Audrey Booze and BL. Actually, I love them, by the way.
Hello.
How can we support those in mainland China that are in queer media? So I guess how can people outside of China support those in
these
queer
actors
media?
that are in queer media. Yeah.
Wow, I think that's a very difficult question. For this year, I think the producer of the Revenge Love, who is also the writer of the original story, so she's
Mm-hmm.
selling the merchandise about this TV series and TV dramas.
Oh,
Oh,
the
I
the
think,
Polaroids,
Polaroid. Yeah,
yeah.
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 yeah, the different photo cards and the albums
Hmm.
related to the TV series, the web series. But
Mm-hmm.
when I was a very like big fan of the Addicted, it was
Mm-hmm.
also like I have a similar experiences. So the producer was also selling some merchandise related to the two
Mm-hmm.
actors and the web drama. But after I
Mm-hmm.
paid for the money and I did not receive the products.
Oh,
Oh no.
So somehow the
oh
producer
no.
is very famous for this kind of practice. So
Mm.
I would not encourage you to buy the merchandise of the album.
To buy
So,
merchandise.
so supporting and not that is not the way to support. But
Okay.
are there other ways to
Yeah, maybe.
support?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe other ways. Like if you want supporting the actor like Ziyu, you can buy the magazines or the
Okay.
products endorsed by him. And
Okay.
if you want to support those very like the the front line, I should say the Dame writers, because they are in a very dangerous status in the recent
Hmm.
2 years. So I think to
Mm.
buy the books that has already been translated
Mm.
into English, that's one way. And another way,
Okay.
like if you know both Chinese and English, you can do the translation works, do some like fan volunteering
Mm.
translations. That's also a
Oh.
way to bring more visibility for the Dame culture. Because when the Chinese government learned that the Dame culture had already been a great hit across the globe, they may somehow
Mm.
need to preserve this kind of culture. Because the Chinese government really want the culture to be the Chinese culture or Chinese cultural elements to be known outside of China. So this will be a national strategy endorsed by the Chinese Communist Party. So this will be a way to support the Dami culture as well, I would say. Yeah.
So wait, are you saying the Chinese government actually wants to support the Danmei culture as like a cultural export?
No, I think the first thing is that Chinese Communist Party want the Chinese culture to be exported elsewhere, but not explicitly about Demi culture. You know,
I
the
see.
I
Chinese, yeah, the Chinese web novels, like the we address them as men's channel novels. It's about martial arts, or like
mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
immortality cultivation. Those kinds of novels had already been like very popular in English or English speaking audiences. So these kind of novels are somehow endorsed by the Chinese Communist Party in the recent years. So if it can achieve
Mm.
a great hit and the visibility may somehow protect this kind of culture. So it's a different rationale. Does that
I
make
I
sense?
see.
see.
I see.
I see.
Yeah, that is very interesting because I think people in the West assume that, oh, they're trying to erase all of this culture because it's queer, or it's in a way it's queer to an extent that, it's something they don't want to be shown outside of China. But it sounds as if it's something they see as a part of the whole of Chinese culture, if I'm not mistaken. And Chinese culture in itself can be an export. I mean, we eat the food, okay? I mean, and I will stand Sichuan food all day, every day because it's
You
so
had it
great.
last night.
I sure did, and I'll probably have it again, like very soon, But a country with so much history, going back so many hundreds and thousands of years, I think it makes sense that every part of it they want to go ahead and pretty much show the world, right? And I think also considering that, do you think, I guess I should ask this as well, considering, because there's no way that this does not have a geopolitical lens to it, right? Because everything is political. Do you think because of what's happening in the US with a certain orange man that's turning gray that's in office, that maybe this is another way that China is really trying to show its soft power that, look, we can be more welcoming than the US. Do you think that's how the CCP is thinking? Or do you think that could be an underpinning as well, since both of them are superpowers that are, I guess, in competition?
Well, well, I think for the Demi culture, it is no, because the Chinese Communist Party do not want to promote this kind of genre. And the only like worldwide visibility can protect this genre, like from the
I see, I see, I
complete
see.
elimination by the Chinese Communist Party. But what you mentioned about the fall of the American popular media, I think for me it is like a fact, because like for the younger generations, even in the UK, they watch like fewer American media content in recent years.
Yes.
But
Yes.
that's not directly related to the export of the Chinese popular culture. Maybe Korean popular culture is more salient because the K-pop's influences is
Oh,
more
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
that
salient.
yeah.
has been for maybe the past 10 years now, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I see. I mean, yeah, even with the fear mongering around TikTok in the U.S. that it's like that it's spyware on your phone when it's like,
The U.S. already put spyware on our
yeah,
phone,
the U.S. is already
regardless.
looking
They're
at us
already
like
doing it.
everyone's already
So they've
taking our
been doing it
data.
since 9/11. So,
So I think
yeah.
yeah, people are not afraid to use something that is Chinese. Like it's a lot of
Yeah. I think
or
it's
watch
just fear
Chinese content
mongering from people in our government who are
that are orange and gray.
orange and
Not
turning
orange and
gray.
gray.
Orange and
Uh,
turning gray.
Yeah, so yeah, that brought me up to like my question is like, do you think in the future would China ever give in to the money making aspect of BL? Because you
Because
just
we
because
know Thailand makes a lot of money from
yeah, we know
BL, and
Thailand.
they
That's
are capitalizing on that hard. They're like,
hard.
this is going to be our thing. They're like, this is going to be, the T wave is going to be
Not the T
propelled.
wave.
The T wave is going to be propelled by BL, by Y Series, Cup. Okay?
And like yeah, and so other countries are trying to like also dip their toe in
Right,
into the money pot that is
right.
BL. Do you think China would ever in the future like be like, hey, we can also dominate this industry. We can also
Well,
take some money out of
for
this.
the no, for the government level, for now, I cannot imagine they will do like the Thai government. They will not do so. But for the company level, they are really eager to produce more high quality, more phenomenal BL drama like The Untamed and The Word of Honor, because it's a great success for both the two web
Yeah.
dramas that achieved a worldwide popularity, and they want to duplicate this kind of success. But because of the political environment in China, they are not allowed to do so, even though they have already bought a lot of adaptation rights of those famous Demi novels, even though it has already been produced, but it was not allowed to release. It's a really regret, but I don't know, maybe after like 4 or 5 years, when the temper of the Chinese government gets more like soft, it can be released, but I don't know if it can achieve the same level of success as the Untamed or Word of Honor. Because for the Revenge Love, you can tell it's a low budget. It's a very low budget web
Yeah,
drama.
they had the same outfits, the same sets,
Right,
like,
right.
but I mean, it was still it took all our hearts.
It
Yeah,
did.
it took
Yeah.
all.
I think everyone and people definitely, like you said, it was way more popular than even the Untamed, you know.
I mean, the Untamed fans will fight you on that too. though.
Right, right, right.
There's
So,
some big Untamed fans. Yeah.
so with that said, we're wrapping up at this point. Um, do you have, Dr. Lang, do you have some final comments about the future of Chinese BL?
Well, I would say like the future of the Chinese BL culture, I'm still quite optimistic about it. Because one key feature of the Chinese BL culture is about its elasticity. It's very like has its own like liveliness and its own ecology that can live with the censorship, live with and against the censorship, and will keep remained across the years and in the future as well. And it will keep produce more like different and more innovative stories across the different media forms. And I'm more optimistic about other media forms, including the animation and the audio drama. So that's the two media forms I'm more optimistic about.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, I want to get into some audio dramas. I think Stay With Me, remember they were going to shift into an audio drama for season 2,
oh
and then
yeah.
even that got shut down.
Well, that'll need to be, in English, right? For us, unless you're gonna have Steven just translate it.
Translate the
Every
whole audio.
line,
And I will sit through it because I need that story. I need that story done. Addicted. I need to just read it. Is what I should. I want to know how a story ends. Yeah.
I do too. And with that said,
That said,
for now, that is it for this bonus episode of RyCanTopMyKnee. I can bend my knee because the doctor gave me top knowledge.
okay. I hope the ride in your life tops the meridians in your knee. Yeah.
I don't know
That's
what that means, but okay. Yes.
And thank you for
Thank you
coming
so
on
much.
and talking with us.
Yes.
It's been a blast.
Yes.
Thank you.
Adios, folks.